Hello, 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 Aries. Aries. This is Adrian Obi, Capricorntigress, Intuitive Astrologer, Western Astrologer with astrologyinsight.com. And I'm coming to you with your May horoscope, May 2019 horoscope. And I feel like I want to have a tantrum. Like, I'm so upset. I can't believe it. I finally got, I don't know. You guys, I have Aries rising, right? Well, progressed Aries rising. And I'm upset about it. I was born with Capricorn rising. So me and Aries rising we don't know what to do with each other. I'm trying my best. I pretty much irritate probably everything and everybody around me. Only because I'm just me. And I'm a Capricorn with Aries rising. Okay, Aries, let me stop being silly. Look, we've got Chiron sitting in the first house, and this is why I'm picking on myself. We've got Chiron sitting there in Aries. How many of you Aries have been picking on yourselves? You know what I'm saying? Because let's be honest with each other. If you really want to find a reason to pick on yourself, there's always going to be something you can find to pick on yourself. There's always something we're not doing right, something that we are doing less than someone else, something that we can look at and pick on ourselves and say we're not good enough, we're not living up to expectation, whatever it might be, because Chiron is the wounded healer, and it's wounded sitting in the first house of Aries, and Aries likes to be number one. Aries likes to rule. Aries likes to be the leader. Aries likes to be courageous. Aries is brave. Aries likes to shine. Aries likes to be like number one. Aries likes to put their head up first and say, hey, I'm here. So with Chiron there, it's going, what the heck? This doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. Chiron in the first house is just making us really aware of every freaking flaw we've ever had as an individual, as a person. Okay, so if you're suddenly like really aware of like your flaws, or you just feel like you have to get to like this new level of like realness where there's no barriers between you and like the reality of yourself, you might be feeling that too, because Chiron is going to probably want to strip away everything and just get down to the core of the persona and the personality and the you that is you. And then, people who are coming into contact with you are getting the raw you. And sometimes we can be a little bit too raw, can't we, Aries? My eyes are popping all over the place. But we can be a little bit too raw, too honest, too real, too in the face, to what people don't want to hear. Most people don't want to hear what we got to say. They really don't want to hear it. But we want to tell them. And we might really want to tell them now because Jupiter is retrograde in the ninth house, all telling people what to do all the time. And we can't help ourselves. It's like we're possessed. Now, right now, we might be a little bit better with Jupiter retrograde in the ninth house. Maybe. And Pluto and Saturn are retrograde in the 10th house in Capricorn as well. I think that's a good thing. I think that actually bodes well for the career because it's not going to be as heavy. I'm telling you, that Saturn and Pluto conjunction was getting too heavy. And now we've got a brief reprieve between now and in September to just smooth things over. I said smooth, combination of schmooze and smooth. So smooth things over with our bosses, the higher ups at our jobs, and our careers in general. I don't know what's been going on with our careers, but something tells me it might have been hard. Now, I said this in my reading, I think either for Caps or for Sag, because I have Sag rising in Seattle, and I'm born with Capricorn rising. But maybe this is something to do with the Aries rising, because I wonder how many Aries have been feeling this. But I have had problems with money since 2019, and Uranus is in the second house of money. So right now, or in May, We're going to have Uranus in the second house of money, Mercury in the second house of money, Venus in the second house of money, the Sun in the second house of money, and the new moon will be in the second house of money on the 4th. I'm hoping that whatever those issues were that have been affecting us, Aries or Aries rising types, that after May 4th or thereabouts, our money situation, I hope, is going to improve. This is a lot of good planets, other than that, Uranus, of course. But the Sun, Moon, and Mercury, and the Moon in the second house bodes well for money. Then on the 15th, Mars is going to be moving from the 3rd house into the 4th house with the North Node. That's, home security. We're going to be really interested in our security and stability in the month of May. And also our home and family in general, I think, with the Mars and North Node there. But I think overall it's going to be stability, security, because that's second house as well. Comfort, our creature comforts, what makes us feel comfortable and safe, that safe feeling. I think we'll be chasing that a lot in the month of May. And we may actually get that feeling of security in the month. When the sun does go into Gemini, and that's around that's the 21st. Sun and Mercury will go into Gemini into 3rd house. Then there's going to be a lot of emphasis on communication, local communication, like traveling in your car, your neighborhood, hanging out with your neighbors, doing things with family members, aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, cousins, brothers, sisters, all that extended family members and neighbors. A lot of community. That's a good word, community. I see a lot of that happening. Now, on the 18th, there's going to be a full moon in Scorpio. That's going to be in the 8th house of money. That's other people's money. Now, one of the things I feel like I have to warn you about, Aries, is not to get into any kind of disputes or anything bad by around the 18th when it comes to money with your partner. Because that's a lot of second house versus that full moon. I mean, yeah, I don't think it's going to be exactly anything opposing it as of the 18th, but man, there's just a lot of Taurus versus the full moon. And so your partner, if there is one, may have some issues with money. Be aware of that. Maybe your partner hit some money that day because it is a full moon. But the other thing that the full moon deals with is just deep psychological things, perhaps hidden things. Could be sex, it could be money. It will be something, I think, that will be serious, probably, and touch you. And I just want to say something that this full moon is happening at 27 degrees, and it's happening on May 18th. That's a double 9. That's a 9 and a 9. That's usually like indicating that just kind of slashing through things and getting to the truth of the matter. With the 8th house being the house of hidden secrets, you could get to the truth of something. I'm just saying, I mean, Neptune's in the 12th house in Pisces. There could have been some secrets that you've been trying to get to the bottom of. On the full moon, that could be the day. All right. Well, Aries, this has been your reading for the month of May. I think it's overall going to be fine. I'm thinking money. That's money. Oh yeah, it's all about money. All about money. May, if you really need the money and you want to go for the money, I would go for the money in May because this is the month to get the money. Okay. Well, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our videos here on YouTube. And if you haven't, please be sure to come and follow us and like us on Facebook at facebook.com/astrology look inside. And you can also find us, our group on Facebook at facebook.com/groups/astrology look inside. And I'm back on Patreon at patreon.com/Capricorntigress. Okay, you guys. Well, much love and light to you all. And I'll be back for mid readings. And, you guys have a good one. And keep your eye on that money. All right. Bye now.